4 with great regularity is quite an incredible statistic, Eric.
It certainly is, Rob, and I'm sure the Celtic players will go in very confident. As you say, the last 4 games have ended up in their favour. Rangers are sure will be questioning it, but they're coming into good form at this moment in time, and I think it sets it up for a wonderful match this afternoon.
The first Old Firm match of the season, of course, was at Ibrox on the 30th of September. Rangers played a lot of slick passing football, but what they lacked that day was the cutting edge to make that all count. Some purpose to the possession, which was lacking for them, and they went down by 2 goals to 0. And when you look at Celtic's record this season in the SPL, very few blots on the landscape, only the one. They've played 14 matches in the league, won 13 and drawn 1, so the only points they've spilled were against Livingston, and that was back on the 18th of August, a goalless draw there. Other than that, it's been pretty spotless, and what Celtic have managed to do in recent times is that even when they haven't been at 100%, they've managed to pick up the points. Now, let's remind ourselves of how these two sides will line up this afternoon. Celtic with Douglas, MJALLBY, BALDE, Haron is back in the side, Petrov, Lambert, Lennon, Peta and Moravcik, Larsson and HARTSON, with Chris Sutton, for obvious reasons, not taking any part in this match this afternoon. Of course, no Didier Agat either. He a long-term absentee for them, and they'll miss him, Eric, because he gives them a balance and also a lot of power and pace.
Yeah, he certainly does. Agat's been outstanding in that position, but they've brought in an able replacement, I think, in Petrov. It's a slightly unusual position for him, but he's a very adaptable player, and I'm sure he'll cope fine on that right-hand side.
This is the Rangers lineup, and noticeable by his absence, Fernando Rickson, sent off on Thursday night, sent off in this fixture before Maurice Ross, the 20-year-old, is in for Rangers. Shota Arveladze is there as well for Rangers, which means that Claudio Caniggia starts the match on the bench.
Yeah, it's interesting. We just don't know whether Ross will start in that back 3, or perhaps he'll drop Conterman back in and push Rain in and Ross further forward. So it'll be interesting to see how the game starts, but a very attacking formation again from Rangers, and let's see how it goes.
Getting inside the Rangers manager's head is always a problem pre-match. He has sprung a few surprises in the past. Those certainly the personnel who will start the match for Rangers, but maybe some debate as to who will be where when the match kicks off. Maurice Ross, of course, who you can see him just through the players there, the young face, the 20-year-old. He came on as a sub against PSG on Thursday night, in from the start in this high-octane atmosphere at Celtic Park. The team's about to emerge down the tunnel and just wait for the roar. Stuart Dougal, the referee, leading them out, and even on the most experienced of faces there, you can see a little bit of tension as they appreciate the players what this means, and it's a first start in this Old Firm match for John Hartson, the Welsh international striker. He's got a fair list of previous clubs there: Luton, Arsenal, West Ham, Wimbledon and Coventry. Highly experienced, despite being only 26 years of age, and 5 goals in total for Celtic this season. And he's got a big gap to fill, his Hartson, of course, with Chris Sutton missing. Sutton and Larsson, who've been such a strong partnership. First Old Firm game for Shota Arveladze. 6 goals in 6 games for Rangers. He maybe supplies what they were lacking in the first Old Firm fixture of the season. That cutting edge, that killer instinct in front of goals, and he's got an impressive record, as you can see from that, and he's made a big impression since signing from Ajax. And what a day for this young man, 20-year-old Maurice Ross. Eric, you know a bit about Maurice, and how will he stand up to this?
Oh, I'm sure he'll cope very well. He's got great temperament, he's got a great desire to win, and I think as they're lining up here, I think they're actually going to play him wide in a 4, Rob, and I think it looks like Conterman might drop back into the back 3, but Maurice Ross will do very well, don't worry about that.
Stuart Dougal will handle this fixture the second Old Firm match of the season. The fourth time he's officiated, and he was on UEFA Cup duty during the week as well in Holland. Just doing a head count, making sure that it's only 11 aside. And it's a full house, as you'd expect inside Celtic Park, as the second Old Firm match of the season gets underway. Sunshine on Celtic Park. Stefan Klos with his first clearance, and he will have wiped from his memory the first goal in the first Old Firm match of the season, when Petrov's shot was fumbled into the back of his net. Maurice Ross, Torrey Andre Flo. Early threat from Rangers. Ross again. Good run forward from the youngster, and a decent attempt at getting the ball into the box as well. Staring into the sun. That's for Ronald de Boer. Turned away by Neil Lennon, and same again for Ross. And it looks as if Ross is playing exactly where Fernando Ricksen has been playing for Rangers, on the right side of a midfield four. Valharen's powerful header away, that's HARTSON. Bobby Petta. Compton with a clumsy challenge for the ball against Henrik Larsson, and the first free kick of the match. So it's Compton at the back, Eric.
Yeah, here we see it. Larsson just turns his ground. Konteman has to come across the top of him, and it's a free kick. And it'll give Celtic a chance to get possession of the ball in the Rangers half.
Neil Lennon's pass for John HARTSON. It wasn't where he was intending to direct the header, but it went for Moravcik. And now Bobby Petta, who's been such a big player for Celtic in this match in the past. That time, though, he overran it. The Celtic manager, Martin O'Neill, with such an impressive record in this Old Firm fixture. It's number 7 for him today, and he's won 5 out of the previous 6. And a treble in his first season in charge to go with it. Arveladze trying to pressure JOHAN MJALLBY. MJALLBY, a real rock in the middle of the Celtic defence, and Martin O'Neill took charge. MJALLBY was a permanent fixture on the bench, but he's claimed his place in the team, and there's now no shifting him. Cody Orena. Moravcik goes with him. Maurice Ross, who's made a sprightly start for Rangers. De Boer, Arveladze, MJALLBY. Ross again. And corner kick. It's been a lively start by Rangers all round.
Yeah, it certainly has been. Young Maurice Ross doing exceptionally well. That's 2 or 3 times now he's found himself wide in the right-hand side, and he's been very composed. Good quality balls up to strikers, and he started very, very well.
He's inside the 6-yard box. Konteman and Amoruso are up as well, alongside Arveladze and Flo. Ahead of Balde, that's De Boer. Maurice Ross, great effort. That would have been some way to start your first Old Firm match.
Oh, what a fabulous attempt from young Maurice Ross here. De Boer gets the ball across, lies back, gets his foot over the top. I think it's on target, and it's a good stop from Douglas.
A chance here for Rangers to keep the pressure on Rob Douglas, who was outstanding in Valencia in midweek. In from Reina. And another corner kick. Neil Lennon was very tight on Arveladze at the near post and squeezed the ball behind again. Reina's delivery. Flicked away by Moravcik. That was Reina. De Boer does well. Barry Ferguson. Lennon's header. Now with Paul Lambert, slowing things down, cooling things down. With Rangers off to a good start. John Hartson using his strength to hold off Bert Konteman. Turned back by Larsson. Now it's Petrov. Celtic's first chance to create something, but too heavily hit that from Petrov and way beyond the danger area.
Wonderful football from Celtic there. Great turn from Hartson. Real quality ball into Larsson. First touch layoff and a wide ball, and unfortunately for Celtic, Petrov not taking advantage of having a bit of space in that side.
Jos Valhaeren returning to the Celtic side, and they're happy to have him back. Konteman, good touch. He's got a great record of making his passes count, as Bert Konteman. Keeps it simple. Mark Douglas with 3 clean sheets in his last 3 Old Firm matches. Hartson loses possession to De Boer. Flow holding off Valhaeren. Almost found its way through that from Maurice Ross. Now Bobby Petta on the move. Great skill to find himself a little bit of room, and then a poor pass. Arveladze intercepted. Barry Ferguson making his 100th league appearance. That's Numan. Ball. A lot of confidence about Rangers. 8 domestic wins on the trot, and a little bit of continuity of selection for Dick Advocaat has made all the difference. 6 wins and 6 defeats included in his 15 Old Firm games so far. Good run from Ronald De Boer. Looks for support. Back onto the left foot. In went Valhaeren. Now Flow. Good challenge from Balde to win it. Arthur Numan. That's useful. De Boer, Flow, couldn't get control for the shots. Danger not over for Celtic. De Boer for Ferguson, failed to find its target. Lambert intercepted. De Boer, a chance to create again. Arveladze. That's good defending from Stilian Petrov, who helped out Johan MJALLBY, who was in trouble against Arveladze. That was crucial for Celtic. Arveladze about to pull the trigger. Numan for Ferguson. Squared of him is Reina. Ronald De Boer shut down quickly by Lennon. And possession lost for Rangers. Henrik Larsson. Numan wins it back. Rangers with the upper hand. That's too strong for Reina. Peta gets it back from Lennon. Luba Moravcik. John Hartson. Henrik Larsson. Foul by Michael Ball. A little spurt of pace from Larsson took him away, and Ball was committed to the challenge. The first yellow card of the match with 8 minutes gone.
Yeah, he was 100% committed, there's no doubt about that. He obviously believed he was going to get the ball. Here we see it now, but there's no way he's getting to that. Larsson knows exactly what he's doing. He lifts the ball over him, rides the tackle, and it's a good bit of professional front play from Larsson, and gives Celtic a free kick in a very, very dangerous area.
Rangers have had most of the play so far, but that will count for nothing if Celtic can make something of this set-piece situation. So this could be a pressure moment for Stefan Klos, and he'll be looking into the penalty box in front of him and seeing the likes of John Hartson and Johan MJALLBY and Bobo Balde, all with a big presence inside the area. Henrik Larsson hardly insignificant either. Jos Valhaeren at the near post. In from Peta. The Rangers managed to scrape that away unconvincingly. Back in it comes for Celtic. Amoruso. Rangers free kick. Maurice Ross has found an awful lot of room for Rangers in that wide right position so far. Reyna to Flo. And Reyna again. Patient play from Rangers, working the ball around, looking for an opening. That's a lovely dummy from Arveladze. Good ball in, and Tore André Flo's header flashes wide, but it's good movement from Rangers and creating opportunities.
Yeah, top stuff from Arveladze. Shape of his body, knows where the ball's coming, just steps over it, lifts his head. It's a lovely delivery into the box. Two Rangers strikers in there, but none of them capable of getting a touch on it at that point. Here we see it again. What a wonderful dummy. MJALLBY doesn't know what he's going to do, lifts his head. Fabulous football.
What was encouraging there for Rangers was that two players making good runs for that one. But here's a chance for Celtic with Larsson. And Henrik Larsson, as we well know from the past, never to be discounted, and this was useful from long range.
No, he just needs a glimpse at the goal, Henrik Larsson. It's a good strike, and Kloss does very well to get down to his right-hand post.
It's been an open match so far. Just 11 minutes played, and plenty action packed into that already. You're watching the second Old Firm match of the season live with BBC Scotland. And this could be a crucial match in terms of the destination of the SPL title. So many psychological blows to be struck apart from anything else. Moravcik hesitates. That allows in Arveladze. His shirt was pulled. And it's a free kick. And the hand of apology held up by Moravcik.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's just trying to cut inside again. Maybe the ball just sticks rather here, and it's no doubt he's pulled his jersey, so it's a free kick and a deserved booking.
So the second booking of the match. And that's for Libor Moravcik. Michael Ball and Moravcik, the two players cautioned so far. AMORUSO shot charged down by Paul Lambert. Konterman does well. And that took a touch off Bobby Petta. In from Barry Ferguson. Flicked away by the head of MJALLBY. Now Petrov, Lambert, Larsson. Managed to get himself away from Michael Ball, but couldn't quite make the pass count. And it's not going to be a quiet afternoon for that man. Ferguson, the pivotal figure in central midfield. Lorenzo Amoruso was outstanding on Thursday night against PSG. Claudio Reyna had a couple of chances in the UEFA Cup. MJALLBY's clearance goes straight to Ferguson. Rangers try to keep the heat on. Maurice Ross. Now Reyna and Ferguson. Looking for options, Barry Ferguson. Ron de Boer holds off Neil Lennon. Now wants it back, but not quite the pass that time from Maurice Ross. But I think he's allowed a mistake now and then.
Yeah, certainly has, because I thought he's been outspirational for Rangers to start with. He's trying to get forward when he can, but he's prepared to work back on Petta. So a good start from him in this game, and that will certainly settle any nerves that he might have had before the kick-off.
Still goalless then, 14 minutes in, with Rangers having the bulk of the possession. A lot of good passing around the pitch from them, and they've troubled Celtic defensively as well once or twice. Reyna's free kick, and that was headed away by Petrov, and hooked out of play by Petta. Well, they're the statistics for passing. Rangers with almost double In fact, more than double the passes. Wish my arithmetic was a bit better. And they're the passes which have gone astray. Goal kick. Well, Rangers, of course, had the bulk of the play early on in the last Old Firm match, Eric, and they didn't make that count that time.
No, I think you're absolutely right, Rob. They've started probably better, Rangers, in terms of possession, as the figures clearly show, but the figures that matter at the end are the ones that count the goals, and Celtic certainly took the advantage in the last game.
Mistake by Amoruso. Through goes Peta, and covering back well was Claudio Reyna, and that's what Rangers have to avoid, of course. Lapses in concentration, because Celtic won't need any encouragement to punish any errors. Lambert got that pass away just before the arrival of Ferguson. Michael Ball, and that was a hefty old challenge from John Hartson. A smile on Michael Ball's face. They've crossed swords, of course, in English football before. And Michael Ball looked pretty untroubled by the challenge, but Stuart Dougal wasn't impressed, and that's a yellow card.
Yeah, it was difficult to see from the gantry point here, but it looked as if, let's see here now, he goes to clear it. To be fair, I think it maybe deserves it because he's trying to block it, but I think he's coming through the man as well, so maybe a deserved booking there.
Ronald de Boer headed that, he had time to take it down. De Boer again. The pass for Arthur Newman. Across comes Johan MJALLBY. Took a ricochet off Newman. And again, good work in his own penalty box from STILIAN Petrov. He's getting up and down the pitch, as he does so well. He's become such a big player for Celtic. Amoruso and Konteman in the penalty box again for Rangers. And from Reyna, and flicked away by Johan MJALLBY. Arveladze got a touch at the near post. No way through for Ross. Valharan had Tahari. Rangers putting Celtic under pressure. Here comes Reyna. That shot dangerously close to the corner flag from Claudio Reyna, although he was under a bit of pressure as he struck it.
Yeah, this is a real opportunity for Rangers. Lovely flick from Arveladze across the face of the goal. No Rangers, a player attacking the space. Lovely flick across. Just needs a glance from anybody in that area, and MJALLBY does very well actually to clear it.
That was cleverly dealt with by MJALLBY, because facing your own goal was going to be dodgy moments. And he stayed calm as he does, defended it well. It's a late one from Maurice Ross and Bobby Peta, and if John Hartson's was a booking, say the Celtic supporters, then they reckon that should be a yellow card as well. He's getting the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he seems to be. I think Peta's going to get control, but I think he's actually played the ball, and I don't think that's as clear-cut as Hartson's, I must admit. He's actually tried to play the ball. Peta's just been too quick for him to get the touch, and maybe he's a bit fortunate to get away with the booking. No.
Forced away by Amoruso. Lennon looking for Larsson. Amoruso doing a tight marking job, but it's come back for Larsson. Looking for the glimmer of a chance of a shot at goal. Lambert wide for Moravcik. Konteman's header firmly away, and de Boer cushions it for Reyna. Arthur Newman. And Michael Ball. His first experience of this Old Firm match. Knows all about the Liverpool derby. Controlling the chest of Hartson, then he gave it away to Arveladze. for Torre Flo. Inches away from 1-0. Torre Flo denied by the upright. This time it's defended well by MJALLBY. After NUMAN playing a 1-2 with Stuart Dougal. Ball, Arveladze. Miscue. Larsson. Holding off Ferguson. And Torre Flo so close to giving Rangers the lead.
Yeah, this was what Celtic don't want to see, is Arveladze running at the back three. Wonderful movement, lovely deft pass, great run, angled run from Flo. Does exceptionally well to get it out of his feet, and it comes off the upright.
Robert Douglas was beaten. He flung himself across and he could only look on as the ball cannoned back off that post. So Rangers still without the goal to show for their efforts, and their efforts so far have been considerable.
Yeah, they certainly have. Rangers have started the game an awful lot better. He'll be happy, I'm sure, with the way things have gone so far, and that's the closest, obviously, that Rangers have come to breaking the deadlock.
It really has been an impressive 20 minutes or so for the challengers for the championship. 7 points back and hoping that they can get the win here this afternoon, which closes the gap and reinforces their belief that Celtic can be caught. Reina, he finted to pass to Ferguson and then moved on away from Lambert. Still Reina, now Ferguson. Arveladze, again threatening against MJALLBY. Reina for Ross, again finding some room, wide of Peta. Flo against Valhara. Ross, it's behind De Boer and Arveladze. And that was almost productive for NUMAN, getting his head in the way of STILIAN Petrov's pass. As ever, it's compelling, it's engrossing, this Celtic Rangers showdown. Foul by Larsson on ball. Martin O'Neill might be concerned about how the match has gone so far in terms of play, but still the scoreline is blank. And that wayward pass sets up Bobby Peta. But Celtic haven't been able to keep the ball for any great length of time so far. The Rangers inviting them back into the game. Petrov, Moravcik, on his right foot, didn't really catch the shot, thankfully for Rangers. They don't want to stand off him.
No, they certainly don't, but it's a slack pass from AMORUSO. It gives the whole opportunity to Moravcik. He just needs a glance as well, doesn't connect with it very well, and it's a comfortable one in the end for Klos to deal with.
Free kick given against Flo. Let's find out what's happening at pitch level from Chick.
Much more activity in the Celtic dugout, Rob. Martin O'Neill very activated in this first spell of the game. Dick Advocate, I think, very content with what Rangers have provided. No sign of any substitutions at this stage, though.
Rangers will want to keep it as it is in terms of performance, but looking for the breakthrough. Always the danger, of course, even when Rangers are on top, that Celtic might score. They've done it before, they can do it again. John Hartson threatening against Michael Ball. He thought he had a free kick, that's why he grabbed the ball.
Yeah, it does very well to take it up here. Tries to roll him, using his strength around the side. Just loses his footing actually there with the surface, and decides to get a hold of the ball before somebody else does. Here he takes it in really well, tries to roll him, and just loses his footing.
Yeah, there was some grappling going on there, but John Hartson slipped. That's basically what happened there. Balde winning a very decisive header. Lambert exchanging passes with Petrov. Neil Lennon alongside him in the engine room. Valhara for Peta, and again that's good work from Maurice Ross. He's shutting Bobby Petta down very quickly, not offering him the space to get turned and run at him, which can spell problems for any defender. That's a free kick for the challenge on Larsson by Lorenzo Amoruso. Larsson always a handful.
Yeah, here we see it. Here he just catch the end of it, but he's just getting too close. Amoruso trying to get too close to threaten him and gives away the free kick.
Moravcik's delivering. Conterman's header away. And Barry Ferguson might well have controlled that ball rather than heading it onwards. Possession is back with Celtic now. Amoruso. If you've just joined us, you'll see the scoreline is goalless. The Rangers have already struck the post through Tore André Flo. Petta through the legs of Reina. Good skills. Tried to set up John Hartson for a shot at goal. Lambert to Lennon. Reina refusing to go away, and back goes Ronald de Boer as well to help out. Not quite a corner kick. And getting a warm greeting, Neil Lennon, from those Rangers supporters. Or something like that. Petrov. Off balance as he tried to play that ball into the box. And Celtic so far haven't really been able to put any great pressure on Stefan Klos.
No, they haven't today. I think the key to it at the moment, Rangers are probably using the extra man in midfield, or the free player, De Boer, better than Celtic are using Moravcik at the moment, and they're dealing with them not having that extra player at that time and defensively, so it's a bit of a match-up at the moment, and Rangers certainly coming out on top.
Petta coming more into the match for Celtic though. Larsson, it's Petta again. Good challenge from Reina, you have to get that right. Great footwork from Petta. That's Amoruso. And away by Maurice Ross. Avaladze's first there, but Balde timed his jump better. Mistake there though. And a miscue from Shota Avaladze because Tore André Flo had taken up a menacing position. If the Georgian striker could have found his teammate. Confusion there between Michael Ball and Lorenzo Amoruso. They both went for that header, and that could have been costly for Rangers. Two players who haven't really played together an awful lot. Henrik Larsson. Support from Moravcik. That's well played by Barry Ferguson. Saw the threat and cut it out. Offside. Rangers free kick, and of course you can select your man of the match via the website or by that telephone number 0900 10 225, or by texting as well 07736 600 600. Vote for your man of the match and see if your selection agrees with Eric's. Unlikely, but it might, you never know. Good run from Van Haren, finally ended by Maurice Ross. Celtic fans immediately next to him there reckoned this was a foul, but he did get the ball, didn't he, Eric? Yeah,
he does clip the ball, doesn't take it very cleanly, but he follows through and then takes Van Haren, but it's a throw-in. And again, it's in a dangerous position, and Celtic now starting to get a wee bit more joy in the last third.
Bobby Petta trying to find his way through, but he was well matched there by Ronald de Boer. Moravcik, laid off by Larsson, and Lambert screws a shot wide of targets. But you can see this match turning a little bit in the last few minutes.
Yeah, it's starting to go a little bit Celtic's way here again. Lovely layoff by Larsson. He knows exactly where Lambert is before the ball arrives from Moravcik. And unfortunately, Lambert's just screwed it by the right-hand post across. But at least he's up there trying to support, and he's had a shot on goal, and he's certainly scored 1 or 2 in these fixtures before.
Lennon's header came off De Boer. Reina. De Boer again, the sort of player who can make a difference in this type of match. Half an hour gone at Celtic Park. No goals, but certainly no shortage of action. And the closest thing to a goal so far, the De Boer effort set up by Arveladze, which came back off a post with Rob Douglas beaten. £6.5 million man, Michael Ball with the throw. Another £6 million man, Neil Lennon, got that away. Here he is again, having more joy in that central midfield area now, Lennon and Lambert. It's an interesting battle, Lennon and Lambert versus Ferguson and Reina. MJALLBY watched that very carefully, flipped on by Petrov, but straight to Ferguson. Arveladze and Numan. That's off Neil Lennon and headed away by MJALLBY. Barry Ferguson again, the Rangers captain. Having a look at what's on. Flo making himself available. Numan prodded in for Ronald De Boer. Here's a chance, and a brilliant save by Rob Douglas. That was crucial, very quickly off his line, shutting down the option for De Boer.
That's a wonderful pass from Numan. De Boer knows what he's after, he strikes it. I don't know if it's going in, difficult to say, but probably see better from this angle. But may well go in, and Douglas has done exceptionally well to read and anticipate the situation and get himself out.
Douglas made himself a big barrier there for De Boer. Corner kick. In from Reina. Lennon's header. Ferguson on his left foot, deflected. And that could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, Ferguson picks it up here at the edge of the box. Lovely disguise. Tries to curl it, takes a deflection. Unfortunately for Rob Douglas, it comes straight into his arms.
Yeah, frustrated there, Barry Ferguson. It was deflected off Paul Lambert, and it spun into the arms of the Celtic keeper. Ferguson involved again, and Numan, who played that superb pass through for De Boer. They are creating opportunities, Rangers. De Boer again. Arveladze getting beyond MJALLBY. In comes Maurice Ross, Balde and Flo, and Balde again. Now Reina. Ferguson, fouled by Henrik Larsson. And an interesting set-piece opportunity here.
Another clear chance for Rangers. Maurice Ross heads it across the goal. Flo tried to pick it out, didn't quite get it, and Balde's there, solid as a rock.
Shot at Arveladze, tried to take the free kick quickly. Celtic hadn't retreated. Arveladze trying to make a point, but I don't think that'll have been down too well with Stuart Dougal. He hammered the ball off, I think it was Paul Lambert. And the referee saying to him, I'll tell you when to take the free kick. There's the view from behind the Celtic goal. Larsson and Moravcik and Lambert, the three-man wall. Neil Lennon just alongside. Flo and Arveladze and Ball and De Boer and Ross all in the area. Amoruso's shot is a big disappointment.
Yeah, it's just a straightforward roll to the side and a strike. Doesn't catch it well at all, and that's never going to threaten Rob Douglas.
I don't think Dick Advocaat has too much say when Lorenzo Amoruso wants to strike a free kick. He decides it, he does it. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. And that wasn't one of his better efforts. Lorenzo Amoruso, who's extended his Rangers contract, having looked to be on the way out. But still a very big part of this Rangers side. Ferguson for Arveladze. Numan. That was aimed at Toriandri Flo. And turned out of play by STILIAN Petrov. Lots of menace about Rangers, Eric. Lots of invention and movement.
Yeah, I think the front three have done exceptionally well, and the support obviously from Ferguson in the mid-park, and I think they've certainly caused Celtic's back three more problems than Larsson and HARTSON have caused the Rangers' back three problems.
Newman's throw. Flo. And, well, to try to knock Bobo Balde out of the way sounds to me a bit like Mission Impossible.
Well, there's no question about that. You just don't go through that one. You go round that one at every opportunity.
They shall not pass is his theme tune. And the Celtic fans have taken him to their hearts since signing. HARTSON couldn't keep control of the ball. Conterman intercepted, but that's casual from Michael Ball. And he'll hear all about that from Dick Advocaat if he does that again. So fast heading towards half-time now. Less than 8.5 minutes from the half-time whistle inside Full House Celtic Park. HARTSON's flick didn't quite work for Larsson. Conterman to Amoruso. Good run from Maurice Ross, and the pass was quality as well, as was the reading of the situation by Jos Valgaeren. Larsson giving possession away to Arveladze, who's hurt in the challenge with Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert's just slid in. His foot's come up just as he's going. I don't think there's intentional there. He's tried to win the ball, but he has caught Arveladze in the shin, and a bit of a sore one, but he's back up and he's ready to get on with the game.
Looked to be touching a dying swan there from shot at Arveladze as he went down under that challenge from Lambert. He's up and about again. And Barry Ferguson to take the free kick. Gets it back from Arveladze. Now with Numan. Flo. Ball. Again, it's good movement from Toriandri Flo, stretching the Celtic defence. Rangers pushing the ball around. Celtic doing the chasing. Lifted in by Numan. And that was almost for Flo. MJALLBY and Balde get the ball away. Paul Lambert looks to have hurt himself, falling awkwardly. Celtic intercepts. It was Moravchik in the way of Ferguson's pass. Now HARTSON to Larsson. The pass finds its way through to Moravchik. But the cross is way beyond Henrik Larsson's run. And still Paul Lambert is grounded. And he'll need some attention. I think it was the way he fell, Eric.
Yeah, I think so, Robert. He's maybe just come down. I think the ball perhaps struck him as well, or whether it's... Here's the chance here. It comes across. Good clearance for Valgaeren. No, it's across his box. MJALLBY again gets a toe to it. Good clearance, and this is where it happens, I think. The ball bounces. I think he clears it and actually goes down, as you say, Rob, maybe wins himself.
Lambert will have to go off to come back on again, but it was the way he fell. He spun off the back of Arthur Numan, fell awkwardly, but he's now okay. Here he is. Gets it back from Petrov. Good run from Lambert. And that was a good challenge from Arthur Numan. In from the back, but got the ball. Moravcik through the legs of Ferguson. Good defending from Ball against HARTSON. And a lovely change of direction from Ronald de Boer. Ferguson. Beyond Valharan, looking for flow. Balde, unsure of his touch. He wouldn't want to do that too often. Not much more than 4 minutes of regulation time left in this first half. Maybe a couple of minutes of stoppage time to be added. And again, Ball looking pretty comfortable against the physical threat of HARTSON. Larsen hits the deck. A challenge from Konteman, not penalised. Balde for Peta. Maurice Ross got a good header away. Moravcik encouraging Peta to get forward. He does now. He's beyond Ross. And Konteman's header. No great run at the near post from a Celtic point of view, but Bert Konteman took the safety first option there.
Yeah, he certainly does. This is the first time Peter's really got by and into a position to cross. Good early delivery. Konteman fills the space very quickly and clears the danger.
Balde and Valharan and MJALLBY all there. In from Moravcik. Rangers get it clear. Valharan did well to get his toe to that, but Ronald de Boer has it now. Reina to Numan. Barry Ferguson. Useful for Arveladze. A well-judged pass. Now it's Numan. Reina. Arveladze is still grounded. It looks as if something may have happened off the ball. And Arveladze is prone on the turf. The match is stopped, which doesn't please the Celtic fans. And Arveladze is holding his face. Whatever happened there happened after the ball had gone. And the indication from Arveladze is that he was elbowed in the face. Let's see if we can see anything here, Eric.
Yeah, he just rolled the ball away. Yeah, I think Balde just lifted his hand up. It's not an attempt to elbow him, but I think he's tried to block his run slightly, but he's put his hand in his face next to his eye.
I think the problem for Shota Arveladze there was that he was holding the wrong side of his head. It was actually the back.
Don't think it really matters, though.
Well, that's turned the temperature up a little bit down at the touchline. Pointing the way ahead, Martin O'Neill. AMORUSO, Numan. Lennon's first there. Nearly 44 minutes played. Lennon's cross. Flicked away by Bert Konteman. And a corner kick for Rangers to defend as the first half comes to a close. Rangers 5-2 up in corners, but that won't matter if Celtic can make this count. Moravcik's delivery. Konteman got his head to it. It was Petrov working it back wide from Moravcik. Balde is up. Arthur Newman waiting for it to bounce. And it's a Rangers throw. It was off Petrov. Hugely experienced Arthur Newman. So 45 minutes played and 2 more to come. Ball's through. Lambert won the header. Down from Moravcik for Lennon. Arveladze intercepted. Maurice Ross off and running. One in the box at the moment. Trying to turn back inside Bobby Petta. Claimed he was obstructed, Ross. No free kick. Larsson. Tripped by Amoruso. Amoruso tries to insist that was accidental.
That's again great striking play. Larsson knows exactly where Amoruso is. He's brought him towards the ball and spun in behind. Great striker play.
Here's Larsson again. Again asking questions of Amoruso. Holding the Rangers defender off. HARTSON the target. Konterman. His clearance cannoned off the striker. Some Celtic pressure to end the first half. Larsson again loses out this time to Amoruso. A wayward pass almost lets in Moravcik. MJALLBY towards HARTSON. Konterman got his head to it, and there's a cool header. He's not feeling the pressure too much, is he, Michael Ball?
Oh, that's exceptionally good defending. Anybody else, I think, would have lashed at it and tried to clear out the danger area, and very composed, he stuck it back to the goalkeeper.
All that was missing was the cigar. Newman, just a yard away from Arveladze. The half-time whistle goes. No goals at Ibrox, but Tony Andriefo gave it his best shot. Set up by Arveladze. His effort had the beating of Douglas, but it came back off the upright. Maurice Ross having an outstanding Old Firm match. The 20-year-old, and just behind him there, shot at Arveladze, has been Rangers' most menacing player. He's enjoyed his first taste of this famous fixture. It's been fast and it's been furious. Rangers have been the better side, but Celtic still in there.
Oh, no doubt about it. I think Rangers have created the best opportunities. They've probably played the better football, but in such a fixture as this, it's just swinging one to the other. And Celtic undoubtedly have come back into it for a period and could have scored.
Don't go away. Join us for the second half. You know it makes sense. Half-time at Celtic Park is 0-0.
Yes, red meat for Sunday lunch. The Old Firm here at Celtic Park. No goals, but just about everything else, and Rangers dominant, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, they started well, and Rab Douglas, who we spoke about before the game, has made some fantastic saves. Young Maurice Ross, he's had a good game down the right, and Arveladze and Flo have linked up well, and they've caused the Celtic defence all sorts of problems, and uncharacteristically for them, easy for me to say, they don't look as comfortable as they normally do at the back, Celtic, and that's a credit to Arveladze and Flo.
Yeah, but having said that, Celtic definitely coming back into it towards half-time, Trevor.
Yeah, last 3 or 4 minutes, Celtic showed what they're capable of. Possession-wise, Rangers have had it all, and the majority of the play has been in the Celtic half. But you never rule out Henrik Larsson, John HARTSON, and the possibilities of Moravcik as well. I didn't expect the game to go the way it has been. I expected it to be very even, but there's no question that Rangers have been the better side in the first half, created some really good chances.
Yeah, I wonder from the Rangers' point of view whether they might just be concerned. Similarities here with the last Old Firm game and even the PSG game on Thursday. They're dominating, but they're not putting the ball in the net.
Well, that's Dick Advocaat will be very pleased, but unhappy that Rangers haven't taken the lead, and you do worry that have they burnt their bridges? Have the chances gone? And Celtic going to pick up the pace in the second half? You'll be regretting the fact that they've not taken a goal lead into the half-time interval.
Okay, well, let's look back over that first 45 minutes then. The story of the half in this second Old Firm contest of the season. And 7 points, remember, separating these two at the top of the table. Rangers have to take something from this match today. No Fernando Rickson, in comes young Maurice Ross for his Old Firm debut, and he's done well, Craig, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, it's good technique from there. I mean, obviously on the wrong side of the pitch for him, an unusual position, and Rab Douglas makes a good save.
So that's not a position you would think Maurice Ross would get himself into, but all credit to him. It was great ability. I mean, that's the skill of
confidence too, to take that on in first 3 minutes.
He started the game so well, and it was a driving force.
This was the booking, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Larsson's clever here. I mean, he sees ball coming and he just clips it over him, and that's clever front play from Henrik Larsson there.
Suckered Michael Ball into it. Henrik Larsson also is, he's always a threat, and this was a decent shot on the turn and a good save.
Yeah, well, Kloss got down too well. Larsson just seen the sight of the white goalpost and thought, yeah, I'll go for it. And a difficult one because it's just bouncing in front of Kloss, but he gets down well.
And this, of course, is the closest thing we've had, I think, perhaps to a goal so far, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, it was good movement from Rangers. Again, I would say the movement has caused the Celtic back three all sorts of problems. And again, getting in behind Balde there, you see Balde slightly ball watching a bit, and he makes a great run. I'm a wee bit disappointed he's not scored, and Douglas really had no chance with that. He was beaten.
Yeah, good running off the ball, though, wasn't it, Trevor?
Yeah, it was. It's Rangers, I thought, had great possession at this time and started to carve chances on both the left and the right flanks.
And this is another very, very good chance for Rangers. Fell to Ronald de Boer.
Again, it's came down that left side again for Rangers, and I think de Boer sneaked in the blind side again. Rab Douglas he's stayed tall there. He's made the goal small, and he's made another great save, and he's really kept Celtic in this match at the moment. And Martin O'Neill will be delighted to get his team in at 0-0.
And here's another one coming down the left-hand side, Trevor.
Well, Arveladze, I think he's been exceptional down the left-hand side. He's given some good balance to the Rangers' attack, and he puts a good ball in as well when he creates that half yard for himself. Maurice Ross getting into a good position, knocking the ball back into a danger area. Andrew Flo just can't quite finish it off, and Balde clears.
Yeah, it didn't quite fall for him there, but that was a definite chance again.
Just fell on his left foot for Andrew Flo, which is not his strongest. But they look likely to score. They look the more likely to score at the moment. But I don't think we'll see Celtic playing less poorly in the second half.
Yeah. Well, let's get another view on the first 45 minutes of this match. Then Gordon Smith has joined Chick Young at trackside.
Gordon, I would say the first half very evenly balanced. Rangers the better team still at knife edge. Is that a fair summing up?
Yeah, it is. I think that Rangers started the game the better side, forced Celtic back a bit. Celtic are certainly in a lull in terms of their form of late. They haven't been producing the performance there last year, but at the moment they're hanging in there. They haven't created many openings, but I think Rangers created the better ones in the first half. But as I say, there's the two managers in there. Martin O'Neill will be happy with the scoreline, and Dig Avocado will be happy with the performance.
Best chance fell to Andrew Flo.
Yeah, it was a good bit of work. Avaladze's looked a danger to Celtic all through the first half there. He's very sharp, and he combined well with Flo and played him in a lovely pass. If the Celtic defence had stepped out, they'd have caught him offside, but once or twice in this game, also when de Boer went through, the organisation hasn't been the best from Celtic at the back, and de Boer might have scored as well. Great save from Rab Douglas, but Flo's chance, he did well to get a shot in actually, because it wasn't an easy one for him to hit.
In fairness, we know that Celtic are capable of scoring, but like the last second, that's a warning for Rangers, isn't it?
Absolutely, a smash and grab job again here. It's so important for Rangers today to get a result and not lose this game. But Celtic, I think, are quite confident that they can sit in and at any time they can get forward and get a goal. But they haven't really created an awful lot of clear-cut openings so far. And most of the attacks have been counter-attacks, I think. But you have to say, we know that for a fact that Celtic are a dangerous side, and in recent games have been leaving their goals so very late.
You're a man who's reluctant to give a forecast at an Old Firm match. It's half-time, but you must stick your neck out at half-time.
I gave a forecast before the game. I always say I'll wait to see the teams, and I still think the way the Rangers are playing, they can win this game.
Thanks, Gordon.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, fellas. Chick Young there with Gordon Smith. In the unlikely event that you've just joined us, it's half-time at Celtic Park, and it's goalless, but Rangers having had the better of the chances in that first half. And in fact, Trevor and his telestrator, which sounds to me like it could become a regular feature, will now take a look at that best chance for Rangers, the shot off the post by Andrew Flo.
What Gordon was picking up on there as well is this relationship, I think, has been developing between Arveladze on the left-hand side and just there, Andrew Flo taking a good position in the centre of the field there. This has already given a problem to Bobo Balde in the centre of the defence for Celtic. What happens here, is Arveladze makes his run inside into the field, and now we see Torandi Flo getting on the blind side of Bobo Balde. So it allows Arveladze to play the pass into there, and that just causes all sorts of havoc for Celtic.
Here's exactly how it happened. There's the move into. There's the run behind Balde.
That's a difficult position for Celtic to deal with, but what happens, Arveladze's forceful run from the left-hand side really makes Celtic sit up and say, well, what's going on here? Torandi Flo gets on the blind side, and there just ricochets the ball off the post. Very unlucky.
Yeah. Craig, let's talk again about this incident. I mean, I said it on Thursday night. I think central defenders nowadays, especially playing in a 3, need eyes in the back of their head, don't they? Because there's so much movement in and around them, and you're exposed in a lot of cases, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking before that we felt good movement can cause a back 3, all sorts of problems, but Celtic have been playing a back 3 now for the 18 months, 2 years Martin O'Neill's been here. He likes it, they seem comfortable with it, and they've been good defensively in the time he's been here. They just look a little bit uncomfortable today, and as we say, Arveladze, he's a clever player, Flo's a clever player, and the movement's been good, and they've been unfortunate not to score.
Yeah, let's take another look at it. I think we'll get another couple of angles on that closest thing so far. And would you fault Balde here for maybe being caught just a little bit?
Well, maybe so, but Arveladze set the pace here because he's put MJALLBY on the wrong foot. Balde's got a bit square. Torandi Flo's taking the blindside run. Valharen's tried to get across to cover him, but just can't quite get there. We see him coming in there. It's a good finish really from Torandi Flo. He had to be quick about his feet. Didn't give Rab Douglas any chance at all to get down to it.
Yeah, it's literally centimetres away from
absolutely. Sometimes the ball as well will come back to a Rangers player, but nobody could get up to support because the break had happened so quickly.
Are Rangers winning the midfield battle, Craig?
Well, I mean, I think they're dominating in there at the moment, and they've had a lot of possession. I think Celtic have not had enough possession, and that's why we've not seen enough of Moravcik, who's no doubt liable to cause Rangers problems, but they need to get him on the ball more. And Reyna and Ferguson are doing well. De Boer's not been in the game too much, but the two boys in the middle are supplying balls for Arveladze and Flo, who are spinning into the channels. The movement's good, but I'm sure Martin O'Neill will be sorting things out at half time. We might even see a change, I don't know.
I was just thinking, like, psychologically, Celtic have come into this game and thinking that a draw is not a bad result. Rangers knew that they've got to get 3 points really here to really give them some impetus to take on the season. And I thought Celtic were a little bit lethargic to start. Rangers have taken advantage of that, really got themselves into the game. In the second half, it's up to Celtic now to up the pace and get themselves back into it.
I wonder who you might think is the man of the match so far. I wonder if young Maurice Ross might be a contender. Very assured Old Firm debut for the 20-year-old. And remember that you can win yourself a whole bunch of prizes in our Bank of Scotland Man of the Match competition. You can give us a call on 0900 10 225, 0900 10 225, or text us on 07736 600 600. Two prizes. You can choose either a DVD player together with the two collections, the Celtic collection of 5 DVDs and Rangers the Definitive History, the new double DVD which has just been released, or the second option, a signed ball by whichever team you prefer, together with that DVD collection as well, and 2 match tickets. So those are the two big prizes. Wonder who you think the man of the match is so far. Eric Black will make a selection later, but I wonder what Trevor and Craig think at this stage. Who's been the outstanding man so far?
I thought Maurice Ross started exceptionally well and continued it through the first half. He's probably been given a little bit too much space by Bobby Petter, I think, on that left-hand side for Celtic. He's certainly made an impression. Barry Ferguson doing well in the middle of midfield. Arveladze, I think, though, you would have to say is a standout because his movement has created 1 or 2 opportunities that certainly Celtic have not been able to match.
Yeah, so you're going for very much Rangers players, Craig. Possible man of the match at this stage?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can argue with that at the moment because they have been the dominant side, but as I said before, I think we'll see a change in the second half, certainly.
And mention for Rab Douglas as man of the match. He's had 2 terrific saves, hasn't he? Yeah.
Well, he's kept him in the game at the moment. I mean, he's stood tall, and he's a keeper full of confidence at the moment, and they need that. But I mean, from Celtic's point of view, they don't seem to be getting any midfielders breaking forward. Petrov, who does that normally, and he's very good at it, he's playing sort of the wing back, which is not natural to him. He's doing a defensive role, which Martin O'Neill's maybe happy with, but I think it's taken away from his own game, and they can't get Moravcik in. So, you know, maybe Petrov will slip into the middle a little bit. McNamara coming on, who knows? I think Celtic have to change something, that's for sure.
It certainly looks that way. It's always a pleasure to be here at Celtic Park, of course, for these big games. I've been here a couple of times already this season, and I'm delighted to officially announce, if you like, we'll be back here again on the 6th of December because BBC Scotland will be bringing you live coverage of that vital UEFA Cup second leg tie between Celtic and Valencia. Celtic, remember, just 1-0 down from the first leg. It's going to be a terrific 90 minutes here a week next Thursday, 6th of December. We'll be here. Hopefully you'll be watching us. Celtic Valencia live on the BBC, our 9th live European game this season. And of course there's a good deal of domestic football still to come as well. We'll be live at East End Park once again to see Celtic, in fact, and Fairland Celtic on Sunday the 9th of December. That's also live on BBC One Scotland. 2:45 kick-off time is at 3 o'clock. But today, of course, it's all about this Old Firm match. Rangers badly need to take something from it, perhaps, but it's 0-0 at half-time, and terrific atmosphere surrounding this game. And this is the calm before the storm, before the second half. Trevor, briefly, expecting substitutions?
Yeah, I would think from, perhaps not at half-time, but I think Celtic will try and just up the pace of the game and take the game to Rangers. And not been able to do that in the first half. If it doesn't happen in the first 10 minutes, I think we're going to look at substitutions, certainly for Celtic.
Good. All right then, thanks fellas. Let's head back out then. Second half to come then. Let's rejoin Eric Black and Rob McLean.
Rangers happy with the performance. Celtic happy with the scoreline. Just about sums up the first 45 minutes as the teams re-emerge for part 2 of another Old Firm thriller. Blink and you might miss something. It's that sort of game. Rangers with a lot of the play, a lot of the possession, carving out some good chances in front of goal as well. But it wouldn't be the first time that that's been precisely the script, and Celtic have won the day.
No doubt about it. In this fixture, you can never predict. Regardless of how teams are performing, it only takes one slip. Here we can see the stats have just come up. Shots on target, Rangers 5, Celtic 2, and I think that probably shows the dominance of Rangers and certainly the front play today.
And there's the number of passes completed as well, and Rangers very much with the upper hand in that score as well. But 5-2 in corners, but all these statistics, however interesting they are, matter little at the end of the afternoon. All that matters is the final scoreline. At the moment, it's blank. It remains on a knife edge, because as long as you've got Henrik Larsson around, and John Hartson knows the way to goal as well, there's every possibility that Celtic can win the match. If they do, the SPL margin at the top of the table becomes 10 points. And from that point onward, you would have to question Rangers' ability to play catch-up. But if they can produce a second-half performance to match the first and add the finishing touch, then they will be right back in the Championship challenge. Both teams, as they started, no changes as yet. Options for either. Celtic with the likes of young Sean Maloney and Alan Thompson and Jackie McNamara on the bench. And Rangers can introduce Claudio Canija to give them something extra up front. And Billy Dodds, obviously not playing golf today, he's on the bench for Rangers. Amoruso's pass picks out Flo. Maurice Ross, that's off Peta. Bobby Peta having to do a lot more backtracking than he would have imagined in this match. He would have thought he would have been the one pushing up and stretching Ross, but a lot of the match it's been the other way round, with Maurice Ross, the 20-year-old, giving Rangers a wide right attacking option. That wasn't the intention from De Boer, trying to direct that header back to Ross. Valhaven's throw, Hartson's flick. And Rangers know, and Lorenzo Amoruso knows, he has to maintain total concentration. Made one or two mistakes in the first half which weren't punished, but you wouldn't want to make too many. When he's concentrating on the job, the man marking job, there are a few better.
No doubt about it. He's a fabulous defender, but there are just times when lacks of concentration let him down, and it tends to be he gets punished for them. But he's got enormous ability, enormous presence, and he's a real big player for Rangers.
And there he is again. Moravcik. Claudio Reyna standing right in front of him. HARTSON holds the ball up for Peta. Useful ball in, just beyond the head of Larsson. Fraction too high. Petrov against Numan. Arthur Numan has been a very strong player for Rangers so far. Well played Bert Konteman, because that flicked off the boot of ball. Now Arveladze. Wanting too much time. Good change of direction from Lambert. Now Petrov. Free kick given and quickly taken. Foul by Konteman on Larsson. And this allows Celtic to push up BALDE and MJALLBY and Valhara. The back three all up into the penalty box. 3.5 minutes into the second half. In from Moravcik. A hand was used, and I think it was BALDE.
Yeah, good delivery in from Moravcik again. Dipping cross. BALDE goes up, and it's a clear handball. Clear handball towards the goal. The referee spotted it perfectly. Here we see him again. He goes to attack the ball. He's above at this point. Leads with his left hand, and it's his left hand that catches the ball.
Scotland could have done with him in the line out at Murrayfield yesterday. Mistake by Konteman. And Rangers will view that as an unnecessary corner conceded. It was Konteman's lapse, and he'll be hoping that Celtic don't make something of this. A busy box. In from Moravcik. There's BALDE with a chance! A glorious opportunity for Celtic to take the lead. And Rangers not covering themselves in glory here.
No, not at all defensively. It's another great delivery. Two at the front post. Just won't come down, and that's a great saving tackle by young Maurice Ross. Watch it here again. Great take there. Left, leads with his left foot, comes across BALDE and clears the danger.
Well, we were talking about man of the match during the half-time interval, and for that challenge on BALDE from Maurice Ross, it was absolutely crucial, and the shot went in the end well wide of target, but it was so important there was a challenge, because BALDE had got himself on the wrong side of AMORUSO. Larsson on the wrong side of Konteman, and a chance lost for Celtic. And I wonder if Henrik Larsson was caught in two minds here, because this was a great chance to make Rangers pay.
Oh, it certainly was. Again, great striking play. Konteman sold himself. I don't know if Larsson thinks of it trying to cut that far post, or whether he's trying to put it into Petrov's path. Could possibly have taken it in again and shot with his right foot. It's a great... and he's just run it across the face of the goal.
Treatment at the touchline for Ronald de Boer. He's taken a blow to his mouth. Konteman's clearance. So it's the turn of Rangers to be under a bit of pressure at the back. A couple of mistakes in the last few minutes from Bert Konteman. Lambert to Lennart. Moravcik for Valhara. Reyna and Arveladze both battling for possession against Moravcik. Ronald de Boer looking for obstruction against Moravcik, not given, but he has it back now. Ronald de Boer, that's gritty play. Flo ahead of him, Arveladze alongside. Ferguson to Numan. Unmarked Ronald de Boer. Now Arveladze, corner kick. Celtic will be alarmed about the marking in the penalty box there, because Ronald de Boer had no one within yards of him.
No, he picks him out exceptionally well, Newman. I think he might be worth having going meeting this one and trying to have a shot on target or a header. Or I think there's a chance to hit it first time, but by the time it comes to our lads here, Celtic have regrouped and the shot's blocked.
Reina's corner kick, almost a free header for Bert Konteman. HARTSON can't get it away. AMORUSO, shot blocked by MJALLBY. AMORUSO again, now de Boer. Konteman didn't get a good first touch there, Bert Konteman. That put him in trouble, and he's a bit fortunate to get a free kick as a result of that challenge from Peta. Dutchman against Dutchman. Dick Advocaat wants the possession and the pressure rewarded. Foul was on Konteman. And Rob Douglas lining things up. 4 in his wall. Michael Ball might fancy himself for a crack. It's Ball. It's well struck. It's tugged wide. It was deflected wide. And it's a corner kick.
Yeah, this time choosing AMORUSO to Ball. Ball strikes it reasonably well. It does take a deflection, but it was never going to trouble Douglas.
Reina's corner. AMORUSO was there. Maurice Ross was there as well. He had more time than he thought. And he knocked the ball wide of target. Let's hear from Chick down below us.
Major decision down here, Rob. I think Sean Maloney is about to be introduced into play. There's been a major conference between Martin O'Neill and John Robertson, and Sean Maloney will be coming on in just a moment or two.
So Celtic about to make a change then, with less than 10 minutes gone in the second half. Henrik Larsson in possession. Useful ball in. Newman's header away. That was Ferguson. Lennon to Petrov. Well, I think he made the most of that once today in Petrov, but he was caught by de Boer.
Yeah, perhaps he does make the most of it. He does, he eludes him very quickly, and de Boer just left his foot in.
I think that was a 5.9.
And I think possibly a 6.
But there was contact from de Boer. Luba Moravcik may be the player to come off when Sean Maloney comes on. So this might be his last involvement with the free kick. In from Luba Moravcik, and Johan MJALLBY got his head to it, but I don't think he realised it was coming through.
Yeah, I don't think he knew too much about it. Another fabulous delivery from Moravcik. Big pressure in the back post, and MJALLBY just doesn't get enough on the ball, doesn't see it coming through. He's watching it here and just doesn't manage to time it properly.
Yes, it's Moravcik off, and it's the teenager Sean Maloney on. 18 years of age, 6 goals already this season, so he knows the way to the back of the net. He's lively, and he might just cause Rangers problems. Alongside Larsson and HARTSON. Here he is, immediately involved. Peta's pass finds its way through. He could have an instant impact, Sean Maloney. He's away from AMORUSO. And that's superb play from the youngster. What a start.
Oh, I don't think they come much better than that. He's already taken one for control, laid it back, then he makes the wide run. AMORUSO comes towards him. A wee bit of luck there eliminates him. Here he shows great composure, and to his credit, AMORUSO gets back to make the tackle. But what a start for the young player.
Good tackle from Michael Ball. Good interception by Johan MJALLBY. Left by Maloney. For Larsson. And good defensive work from Claudio Reina. A push by Arveladze on Lambert. And a free kick against the former Ajax striker. So Martin O'Neill has made his first change. Maloney for Moravcik. Petrov's free kick, whipped in. BALDE, here's a chance. And Jas Valhanen scores for Celtic. is the air. Celtic are ahead.
Oh, they certainly are. Fabulous delivery, real presence. It's unfortunate it comes off BALDE, but he was there and Valharen's following him. He's the one that believes he can get on the end of it. Lovely ball in. BALDE's presence, it comes off the side of his head actually across the face of the goal, and it's an easy finish for Valharen.
We spoke about it at the start of the second half. Rangers have had so much of the match, and it's Celtic who've got the breakthrough. Stretching out Valharen, he got there before Numan, he got there before Klaus, and Martin O'Neill was leaping about on the touchline because the scoreline is Celtic 1, Rangers 0. Minutes into the second half came that vital breakthrough. Always a threat, of course, Celtic from set pieces. When the back three move forward, Valharen and BALDE and MJALLBY and HARTSON as well, and Larsson, there's a lot to contend with, and Rangers couldn't cope there. Maloney, beaten by Ball, cleared by Reina. Well won by MJALLBY. Lovely skill to go with the strength. Finally loses out. Ferguson's pass. Doriandre Flo offside. Jos Valharen's third goal of the season. Suddenly, the Celtic fans will have something to shout about. Flo's header back for De Boer. Barry Ferguson, left by De Boer for Reina. Wide is Maurice Ross. Flo's the target, and that's well won by BALDE. Dominating aerially. Now Rangers trying to compose themselves and work their way back into the match. They need a goal now. Claudio Caniggia is getting stripped for action. Maurice Ross, Arveladze's header, trying to cushion the ball for either Flo or De Boer alongside him. But this now is a big test of character for Rangers. Can they come back?
Yeah, crucial part of the match now for Rangers. How do they respond, having dominated the game? Celtic, as we said at half-time, always threatening to score. They've gone and done that now, and how do Rangers react?
Martin O'Neill pointing the way for Bobby Petta. Down the touchline it goes. And Conterman across to try to stifle the threat of Larsson. Celtic now in a very strong position because as Rangers push for an equaliser, there may well be other openings at the other end for Celtic to try to make the point safe. Flicked away by Conterman. Back it comes from Lambert. Maurice Ross. De Boer. Beaten by Lennon. Petrov. Larsson. And turned out to play by AMORUSO. But it took a touch off the Celtic striker on its way. And Rangers clearly shaken by the goal, trying to get themselves together again. Ball gets the break of the ball, as you'd expect, I suppose, off MJALLBY. Here's Flo. Beyond Arveladze, De Boer's there, Maurice Ross as well. Good effort from Ross, deflected off Valharen and pounced on by Douglas before Arveladze could get there. The idea was good from Ross.
Yeah, it's good ball into the box from Flo. Ross has only one thing in his mind as it comes across, is to strike it across towards the goal. And a break there for Celtic as it comes off O'Halloran inside to the right, then the left. And it doesn't fall to Arveladze, and Douglas collects.
Good sharp goalkeeping from Douglas. He's on form. He's high on confidence at the moment. And the word we hear from downstairs is that Ronald de Boer may be the player to come off, to be replaced by Kanija, as Rangers look for something a little different to try and turn the game back their way. Ross for Arveladze, and he's quite simply muscled out of it there by BALDE. He's a big presence in all sorts of ways at both ends of the pitch as well. Arthur Numan having a look at what's available around the edge of the box. Now Ferguson, sliced well wide. He scored only once this season, Barry Ferguson, and some would give it to Komutovsky, the Dynamo Moscow goalkeeper, as well, that effort, but scoring goals not his forte. And, well, this is a surprise, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Arveladze, who's been tremendous for Rangers, off, and Kanija on. A few raised eyebrows maybe about that one?
Yeah, it's a difficult call, I suppose, because I think Arveladze's been very good today, there's no doubt about that. He's been a real threat up front. They have to keep flow on, and it's whether he believes that de Boer can bring him a bit more than Arveladze can in the remainder of the game.
Immediately, Kanija involved and decked by that challenge from Jos Valhaeren. Welcome to the Old Firm match, says Big Jos.
Yeah, it's a good swap getting Kanija in, I think, but that's actually a very good tackle. It's outside of the boot.
I wonder if Rangers had a change of mind down at the touchline. The word coming from technical area was that it was de Boer coming off, but the decision between Jan Wouters and Dick Advocaat and Bert van Lingen was that it was de Boer to stay on and Arveladze to come off. Here's Ronald de Boer. That's for Claudio Reyna. Great interception by Jos Valhaeren. Congerman to ball. And Numan. Flo is a target. We've seen very little of Tore André Flo in the second half. Certainly the big impact in the first 45 minutes. Missed by Valhaeren. Kanija's in. That's for Flo. Brilliant diving challenge from Johan MJALLBY to turn that away from Flo. Now Ronald de Boer, deflected. Petter's clearance, straight to Reyna. And Ross has given it away to Maloney. Larsson hits the ground off the ball, but what a bit of defending this was from Johan MJALLBY.
No doubt about it. Kanija gets free, but MJALLBY sees the danger, knows where Flo is, manages to get in front and then clears the danger. Wonderful defending, wonderful covering from MJALLBY.
I suppose the problem for Kanija there was that he didn't really have too many options. The only man in the box was Flo.
That's right, there's no real option, and he's too wide really to have a go himself.
66 minutes gone in the second Old Firm match of the season. Celtic are ahead thanks to Jos Valhaeren. Hooked away by Lambert, whose earlier mistake had let in Rangers. Close to Ross. And Amoruso to ball. It's in the final third, though, that Rangers want to make things happen. This is a game they can't afford to lose. The scoreline stays the same. They're 10 points adrift in the title race. Celtic thinking about making another change. And the word is, although it has been proved to be wrong this afternoon already, don't want to speak too soon, it is HARTSON off, McNamara on. MJALLBY's pass running away from Petrov. More live football coming up from the BBC, and we'll be bringing you live Celtic against Valencia in the third round of the UEFA Cup, the decider here, a week on Thursday from 7:30 BBC One Scotland. Brilliant pass from Lennon to Larsson. Was that a push from Bert Konteman? Yes, it was. Penalty kick. And this could be the moment that the title slips out of Rangers' grasp. A second goal now will surely put the match beyond Rangers.
That's a great run by Larsson, lovely ball, manages to take it away here. He takes us that touch there that kills Konteman. Konteman comes across to try and protect it.
Could Konteman have let Larsson go? I wonder if Stefan Klos was going to get there.
Well, it's a difficult one at that time of judgment. He may well have picked up the ball, difficult to tell, but he's certainly come across him, and it's a penalty.
Should Stuart Dougal be reaching in his pocket? Was that a goal-scoring opportunity denied by Bert Konteman? That's another question. But what is in no doubt is that it's a penalty kick. Still, the debate goes on. A yellow card shown to the Rangers captain Barry Ferguson for his protests, but no card shown to Bert Konteman. And now the chance for Henrik Larsson to make it 2. Henrik Larsson's 8th Old Firm goal, his 14th of the season. Celtic 2 goals in front, and he's just 2 goals away from a century of goals for Celtic.
Yeah, there's no doubt where this one's going. Beautifully struck away. Klos doesn't even move an inch. Boom, straight in the corner. Wonderful finish.
There was never any doubt about the fact that that was heading into the back of the net from Henrik Larsson. Rumours of a scoring crisis for him are a bit premature, I think. And McNamara on, HARTSON off. And it may all be immaterial in the end of the day, Eric, but I just wonder if that should have been a red card for Bert Konteman.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to call, Rob. He's certainly the last man, and there certainly was a goal-scoring opportunity, but whether the referee saw it that way, we don't know. Obviously he didn't, but it'll be interesting to see the rerun again.
Bert Konteman will be miserable enough at having conceded that penalty kick without contemplating having been sent off for that. AMORUSO towards Flo, Balde there. And turned away from the danger area. Henrik Larsson, 136 goals in 179 games for Celtic. It's phenomenal. 5 seasons, 19, 38, 12, 53, and now 14. It's phenomenal. Rangers will bring on Peter Lovenkrantz before too much longer. They have to press the gamble button now. This could be the day their title challenge fizzles out. Ball to Ferguson. There is time for Rangers, with 18 minutes or so left. But they'll want to strike soon to give themselves some belief. It's a good delivery into the box, which just failed to find its way through to Caniggia. MJALLBY got his head to it. should Bert Konteman have seen red here? What do you think?
Let's see, that's the touch that kills Konteman. Well, he certainly comes across him, there's no doubt about that. He's the last man. I think that's, by the rule book, it may well be a red.
I don't think Bert Konteman will be feeling fortunate about anything, but they might well have seen a red card there. Meanwhile, it's Peter Lovenkrantz on, and Michael Ball off. Rangers have to go for it. Ferguson intercepts for Rangers. Now, trouble downstairs between Michael Ball and Dick Advocat. Chick.
As Michael Ball came off the parquet, they got Dick Advocat, and there was a real battle between the two before Ball rushed up the tunnel.
Okay, thanks for that. So, all not happy on the Rangers bench. Michael Ball, so often it seems the man to come off for Rangers, which I guess doesn't do his confidence any good. Now Rangers under pressure again. Sean Maloney taken out by Bert Konteman. He wasn't the last man, but it is a second yellow card, and Bert Konteman is off. 2 yellows make red, and Rangers down to 10 men. It gets worse for them.
Yeah, it's great play from young Maloney. Brings him into side. Here we see it again, a lovely touch outside. Konteman squares up. He's obviously not going to track him back. Eliminates him, and it's a booking, no doubt about that. And it's an early bath.
Well, Stuart Dougal has got that wrong, because that is a yellow card, I think, for Bert Konteman. It's not a second yellow, and he stays on. Now let's have a look what happened in the Rangers technical area as Michael Ball was substituted. There's the Rangers manager, Dick Advocat. Michael Ball heading off past him. He's not at all happy, fingers being wagged, and I wonder what the repercussions might be of that little incident. Advocat rushed towards Michael Ball, clearly because something had been said, and it's not a happy camp at the moment. Advocat was clearly furious that Michael Ball chose to take issue with him about that substitution. He was taken off during the week against PSG as well. He often seems to be the player who's withdrawn as Rangers reshuffle later on in the game, and Advocat clearly there was absolutely furious, and that will not be the end of that matter. De Boer's pass was intended for Canija. Good defending from Van Aeren. Useful pass as well. Almost through from Larsson. Good covering from Konteman. Well, it's all go, isn't it? Konteman was off, and then he was on. And Michael Ball definitely was off, and he wasn't on according to Dick Advocat. But here's a chance for Rangers. And Peter Lovenkrantz pulls a goal back, and suddenly the game takes on a different complexion.
Yeah, good ball from De Boer, lovely weighted pass. Canija's been threatening this about the last 5 minutes. Lovely ball across, and Lovenkrantz is the first one to react. Sits up nicely for him here. He's the first to the ball, and there's no way he's missing that one.
The Celtic defence caught flat-footed here. They were static. Lovenkrantz was homing in on it from Canija, and Robert Douglas was helpless, and that's what the goal meant to Peter Lovenkrantz, and it meant a lot to the Rangers supporters as well, because it's given Rangers a little bit of hope now that they can mount a salvage operation here with 13 or so minutes left. Never a dull moment.
That certainly won't do Dick Advocat's chances any harm with taking Michael Ball off and putting on Lovenkrantz.
Flow to Newman. Infield for Reina. Canija, and away by MJALLBY. Good challenge by Ross. His boot was high. He felt he had to go for it and was entitled to do so. Torre-Andre Flo. It's a test of Rangers' spirit, this, as much as anything else. Do they have the determination and the belief that they can rescue something from this match? They looked gone at 2-0, but one goal makes a big difference. And Dick Advocat will now be looking for the big response from his team. They have to do it, otherwise the title could be gone.
Yeah, there's no doubt this has given Rangers a real boost and a real chance to take something from the game. It looked all over at 2-0, but to their credit, they've come back, they've got the goal back now, and the game swings one more time.
You're watching BBC Scotland with the live match from Celtic Park. 3 goals already. Valharan and Larsson at Celtic, 2 goals in front. Lovenkrantz has made the closing stages very interesting now. But a lot of tired legs out there, and tiredness can mean mistakes, which can mean more goals. I hear that Billy Dodds is getting stripped down below us. Rangers need another goal. Balde's clearance. Ferguson's header, that's Newman. It's beyond Kanija, away by MJALLBY. Was an arm used there? Yes, it was. Free kick going against Ronald de Boer. Billy Dodds getting stripped for action. Not a phrase you've heard too often this season. After 17 goals, I think it was, in the last campaign. But he's been used very little by Dick Advocat. And he's got 10 minutes or so to put himself in the headlines here. And Dick Advocat telling him what he expects of him. A goal would do. I think it might be Bert Konteman to come off. Jos Valharan started the scoring this afternoon, followed by Henrik Larsson's penalty and one from Peter Lovenkrantz. Maurice Ross off for Rangers, Billy Dodds on. Sean Maloney. Robbed of possession by Ronald de Boer. Dodds' first touch. Newman to Lovenkrantz. Flo against Balde. It's not going to go out. Balde had to play it. Hooked away by Lambert. That's Reina. Claudio Reina taking route 1. Flo into the box and headed behind by Jos Valharan. I just wonder if Torre-Andre Flo could have taken that on himself and had a crack at goal, but he chose to play it early.
Yeah, Reina makes a great darting run here, rights this guy's pass. What was in a position perhaps to take it on his left foot, decided to play it first time, and it's a corner again, and Celtic under pressure.
In from Reina, away by the towering figure of Johan MJALLBY. Such a presence. De Boer, good touch, good turn. No way through for the pass. And there's an all-embracing one from MJALLBY. And Sean Maloney kept himself onside, or thought he had, if the pass had been played a little bit quicker. That was a wonderful bit of ball winning in the middle from MJALLBY. Telescopic right leg stretching out to hook the ball away from De Boer. Down to the final whistle at Celtic Park. Inside the last 8 minutes of regulation time. And Rangers with an awful lot of possession, an awful lot of passing in the match, and they've also missed out on their target with quite a few as well. And they have certainly had a lot of the match, Rangers. But it's now a salvage operation for them at 2-1 down. Ferguson, who's kept a cool head this afternoon. 11 yellows and 2 reds for him last season, but he hasn't seen a card at all in this campaign, which marks a real breakthrough for the Rangers skipper. Balhan's throw towards Larsson. Misses out on everyone. Rangers in a hurry. Martin O'Neill hoping his team can keep what they have, which is the lead. Kanija for Newman. Now for Ferguson. And Reina. For the head of Flo, away by Lennon. Rangers being forced back. Konterman's pass intercepted by Petrov. Ferguson showing too much of it to Balde. It's a Rangers throw. Rangers running out of time, Eric.
Yeah, obviously the clock's ticking away as we speak, but you just never know. It just takes one slip, one piece of individual brilliance, and the game can swing again. But what you can be assured of, this one's going to go right to the wire.
There's Billy Dodds, flows after it, cleared by Balde. Rangers trying to keep Celtic hemmed in. Peter Lovenkrantz looking for a free kick, and he's got it. Jackie McNamara's not happy. But Lovenkrantz has won what could be an important free kick for Rangers. He scored the goal which breathed new life into their play. Six inside the box for Rangers, 2 just outside. Reina's delivery. Douglas with the punch. Ferguson nods it down. Ronald de Boer's shot! And it comes off his own man, Lorenzo Amoruso, and spins wide. It was well struck by de Boer.
Yeah, good header, good clearance from the corner from Rob Douglas. Does really well to get a distance on it there. Ferguson knows exactly where de Boer is. Unfortunately, it's come off the inside of Amoruso's leg here. Tries to get out of the way of it, and it just clips him and goes wide.
Inside the last 4 minutes now. Petav's header. Reina. De Boer. Konterman to Newman. Good work from Newman. Reina to Kanija. That's Valharan. Flows underneath it. Lambert made a good challenge. Hooked away by Petrov. Looking to keep the momentum up, Arthur Newman. That's straight down the throat of Balde, though. Kept in by Lambert. Back from Konterman to Kloss. Now with Amoruso. Good pass from Newman to Flo. 3 hoop shots around him. No joy for Flo. Larsson. Free kick given against Ferguson. which he accepts.
Yeah, it's difficult now for Rangers. They're going man for man at the back, and with Larsson's movement, Maloney's movement, there's always the opportunity of an out ball for Celtic and the threat of another goal.
Conterman there before Maloney. Numan, Ferguson, good touch to get control. Reina pressured by Petrov. 88 minutes on the clock. Celtic 2-1 up. If they win, 10 points of a difference at the top of the SPL. You wouldn't put too much money on Rangers finding a way back at that point, but they do have a corner kick now. That was off Balde. And Rangers so desperately want to make this count. In from Canija, Balde there. Arthur Newman's shot. He really wanted to drill that down. Tiredness playing its part.
Yeah, it's not a particularly good clearance from Balde. Newman's got plenty of time there maybe to take a touch and play it wide, but decides to go for the all-out winner, and it ends up in fifth row up, I think.
Amoriso's header. Flo. Lambert. That was off Numan. .30 seconds left of the 90 minutes. Turned away by McNamara. So 3 minutes is the word. 3 to be added. 3 minutes from now, virtually. 3 minutes maybe for Rangers to save their season.
Yeah, they nearly need to take something. 10 points is an enormous gap. And it doesn't look like they're going to do it at this moment in time, but 2 or 3 minutes to do it.
Bert Conterman could do nothing else other than just hammer that one away from Paul Lambert. And the seconds passing for Celtic, and they're in no great hurry to get on with the game. Sean Maloney just inviting Bert Conterman to come and get it. Martin O'Neill's nerves will be shredded by this stage. A minute into stoppage time. That's a goal kick. 2 minutes and counting between Celtic and 3 Premier points, which could be absolutely vital in where the big prize goes at the close of the campaign. Good work from McNamara. The Celtic fans already looking for that final whistle. Trifle premature. Amoruso picks out Flo. Andre Flo stabs the ball to the side. Nobody there. Turned away by Petrov. Newman's cross. Balde got his head to it. Larsson's there. Inside the last minute of the match. Hammered away by Lennon. Larsson in pursuit. Conterman's there. The free kick has been given for Larsson's challenge on Ferguson. And we're in the last chance saloon for Rangers. AMORUSO with a tired ball into the middle. Reina tries to make something of it. Here comes Robert Douglas, and unchallenged he grabs it. And that might just be it for Rangers. Rob Douglas kicking for touch. But no one's too bothered. And already Stuart Dougal is checking his watch. 3 minutes added. Full time at Celtic Park. Celtic have won again. They've won 5 Old Firm matches on the trot for the first time since 1972. They're 10 points clear at the top of the SPL. Jos Valhaeren got goal number 1. Henrik Larsson almost inevitably scored his 8th Old Firm goal from the penalty spot to make it 2-0. There seemed no way back for Rangers. And despite Peter Lovenkrant's goal, which breathed a little bit of life into Rangers, there was to be no other scoring in the match, and Celtic hold out to win by 2 goals to 1. And I wonder when we get to the end of the season and look back on the action, whether we reckon this was the day that the title was won. Rangers hoped they could shut the gap down to 4 points. As it's happened, Celtic have widened the advantage from 7 to 10 at the top of the table, and the Celtic players and the Celtic supporters know exactly how significant this afternoon has been. Let's hear from Stilian Petrov with Jim.
Because he was in